My name is Ryan Nichols. I'm the owner and president here with Wholesale Universe, and I want to talk to you today about selling from Amazon over to Shopify. Now, why do we do this? And why have we decided to take some of our products from Amazon to Shopify? Well, there's a couple of reasons why we're going to be doing this. And as you can see, I've got my new whiteboard, so we're going to mark this thing up completely, and we're going to talk about it. So, one of the things that we started discovering I've known this the last 1 to 2 years, and we've really wanted to jump over onto Shopify, but we haven't done that. We've relied on Amazon a lot, and relying on Amazon is fine, but you've got a lot of fees that come out of there. You've got a lot of time that it takes for products to get into Amazon, and so we still primarily sell on Amazon. But we're going to be switching it up a little bit, and we're going to be selling on Shopify with the same products that we would sell on Amazon. We're going to be selling on Shopify. And this is why we're going to be doing this. Okay, the pros. One, I'm going to save 12 to 15% in fees. Okay, 12 to 15%. So let's do the math on that. Where's my phone? Well, my phone's being used right there. Let's just do the math. Simple math. If I do $100,000 in sales and I'm saving 12 to 15%, how much money am I saving? Anybody? I'm saving $1,200 to $1,500. Okay, $1,200. Let's just say on the low end, $1,200 to $1,500 on the year. Now, that's not including for some of you out there that come up there and you'll bust $100,000 in a month. Because I know that there's people out there that do $100,000, $250,000, $400,000, $500,000 in a month. So if you're busting out and doing that in a month, look at the fees that you could possibly save from coming from Amazon over to Shopify. Now, yes, on Shopify, you are going to have to drive your own traffic, okay? But the positives of driving your own traffic, and we'll get to that in just a second. Positives, one, you get to hold your own inventory. So if I'm sending products into Amazon, then I'm shipping them into Amazon FBA. It's taking some time to get there. It takes some time for them to check the inventory in. Then they hold the inventory, and that's where these fees are going to start coming in. Now, like I said, I still sell full-time on Amazon. We still send a ton of inventory into Amazon. But what I'm doing is I'm figuring out, like, how do I get really, really smart about selling e-commerce and retail? Not just here on Amazon, not just selling inside of our retail store over here as well, but how do we get smart on Poshmark? How do we get smart on Shopify? Well, I learned how to save fees. Okay, so what I do is I send the best products into Amazon. Okay, and the best products, that are brand new with tags. Like everything that's coming in that's the best, brand new with tags, it's going into Amazon. Now, if it gets returned, and I'm having to step over here, I've got this board. If the product gets returned, or it's a restricted product and I can't sell it, I'm selling it on Shopify. Okay, if it can't go to Amazon because of a listing issue, a listing restriction, then I'm going to put it on Shopify because I can sell products on Shopify, ship them out to customers, save 12 to 15%. I can take them and put them on Poshmark, but if I put them on Poshmark, how much is Poshmark charging me? If I make $100,000 on Poshmark, how much are they charging me? They're charging me 20%. So $100,000 in sales on Poshmark, yeah, you can sell it pretty quickly. You can still make a profit, which we do, but you're going to wind up paying a lot more in fees. You're going to wind up paying, $2,000? Or excuse me. If you do $100,000 in sales, you're going to pay $20,000. I was wrong a minute ago. I said $1,500. That's 1.5%. If you do $100,000 in sales at 12 to 15%, that's $12,000. Man, I'm over here jacking up. $12,000 to $15,000. Sorry, I'm going to have to mute that real quick. That's $12,000 to $15,000 right there. Okay, I said $1,200 to $1,500 a minute ago. I'm thinking about $10,000 in sales. So did my math wrong, but on $100,000 in sales, if you sell on Poshmark, that's $20,000. If you sell it on Amazon, that's $12,000 to $15,000 right there, which you really can't tell what that is. That's a squiggly mark. That's $15,000 right there, okay, that you're spending. So if we go back over here, the pros of taking products from Amazon to Shopify are you're going to save 12 to 15% in fees. You're going to get to hold your own inventory. It's not sitting there in Amazon FBA. Okay? You're going to get to collect the data, the name, phone number, and the email address from people that come purchase from you. You're going to get to collect their home address. Okay? You're going to get to collect all sorts of data. The size of shoe that they wear, the size of clothing that they wear, the preferred colors that they like. Okay? And we'll talk about what that allows you to do here in a few minutes. All right, but you get to collect the data. That's huge because on Amazon, you don't get to collect that data. Now, like I said, I love selling on Amazon, but what I don't like is I don't get to collect the data. So what we've started doing, and mind you, this has taken 4 years, 5 years in the making now, but we started pushing products on Shopify. Yesterday was our first big day to start pushing products into Shopify, and we're going to try to push 25, 50, 100 products into Shopify every single day. Okay, now, I have to brand myself, okay? I have to create ads on Facebook, which we're going to talk about that. I told you last week that we were going to do videos on creating ads, and we are going to go over how to create an ad. Look, creating an ad is simple. It's super, super simple, okay? And you can target anybody in America or in the world that you want to. I would recommend targeting people here in the United States. If you're out of the United States and you're selling out of the United States, target in your country. But if you're in the U.S., target in the U.S., okay? Find the niche of people that you're selling to and specifically target them for ads. We started doing that for Poshmark and our sales skyrocketed, okay? And then we did a test where we stopped our ads and our sales slowed down. But when we turn those ads back on, we're spending like $50 a day in ad spend, but making $500, $750, $1,000 a day off of Poshmark. Now, what I realized is that over the span of a year, if I went back over here and sold on Shopify, because what we're talking about right here is fees. You're not including cost. You're not including cost of goods. You're not including boxes, tape, ink, labor. You're not including any of that inside of there. All right? So all that has to come into effect and come into play. Now, over here, if we talk about 100 grand, if I sold that on Shopify, and I had to pay Shopify 3%. Now we're talking about, now we're talking about at 3% equals $3,000. Okay? $3,000. That's a big savings right there. $3,000 compared to $12,000 or $3,000 compared to $15,000. What can I do with that other $9,000? $9,000 to $12,000. Okay, if I've got an extra $9,000 or $12,000, what can I do with this money? What can I do? I can take that $9,000 to $12,000 right there, and I can brand myself with it, and I can run ads. Ads. I'm telling you, folks, you're living in the world where you're having to pay some money now. You can't. There's so many people doing e-commerce, okay? And there's so many people that are on social media that you can't just run a video and expect to be the person ahead, okay? You can't just start saying, hey, share and comment and like and engage with me. People are not going to do it. You have got to get out of your comfort zone and your comfort audience and get out there to people and be seen more than just the average person. How are you going to do that? Ad spend. How are you going to get the money for ad spend? You're going to figure out ways to cut your cost. You're going to figure out ways to cut your cost. And the ways that you're going to cut your cost are going to be from selling from Amazon. And you could sell on Amazon. And I highly recommend it because we still shove a ton of products in there. But we sell on Amazon first. And then what doesn't sell on Amazon or what comes back as long-term inventory or slow-moving inventory, okay, I just bring it back. I'll sell it on Shopify. I'll run ads to it. I'll retarget my customers for more sales. Here's another thing you can do. If you're collecting name, phone number, and email address, you can retarget your customers that have already purchased, and you can send them an email and give them a 5% off coupon code. Heck, give them a 7.5. Sometimes even give them a special 10% off because who cares? If you're giving them a 10% off discount coupon code, and so 10% off plus 3% right here, that's still, if you were paying 15%, You're still 15 minus 13, that's 2% right there. You're still up 2% on what you would be on Amazon. Okay? Now, am I saying get away from Amazon? Absolutely not. I won't get away from Amazon. I'm going to keep on selling on Amazon. But what I'm saying is taking products from your Amazon store to your Shopify store that it's slow-moving inventory, excess inventory. If Amazon tells you have slow-moving inventory or excess inventory, fine. Pull it, sell it on another platform. Sell it on Poshmark. But like I said, if you're selling on Poshmark, if you can turn that inventory quick at a higher price, a lot of times it makes sense. Just remember that 20% fee that you're going to be paying on Poshmark. Okay? And if you know how to do Facebook ads, and if you don't worry, I'm going to teach you here. We're going to be doing some videos on Facebook ads. I know how to do Facebook ads. I know how to target folks, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. That stuff is easy. And when you learn how to do it, you're going to be like, well, I can't believe I haven't been doing this sooner. Okay, it's super simple to go to your business manager and create a business manager account on Facebook and start running some ads, making sure you're compliant within Facebook, but start running some ads because you're going to save fees, which is going to allow, think about that. If I only did 100 grand in sales, I'm going to save $9,000 to $12,000 right here over on Shopify if I switched over completely. Okay, and that's one of the things that eventually we might do. We may switch over completely. Like if I can really hone in, and that's not something that happened overnight. Let me put an asterisk on this. This is not something that happened overnight. This took us 5 years to get to this point of building up our inventory, of making money on Amazon, to building out a brand, building out a website. The website, wholesaleuniversepage.com, that thing costs $25,000 to $40,000 with all the gadgets and tools, the creation, the layout of it. That thing costs some money. Okay, if I put any more money into that thing would be worth an entire vehicle right there. Okay, because it is a vehicle. It's a vehicle to success, and eventually you need that. But this is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be able to just go to Shopify. But for those of you that are already experienced on Shopify, or you already have a Shopify store running, I want you to take note of this. If you took products from Amazon that are slower moving or excess inventory and you sold them on Shopify, you would start making a good chunk of change, putting more profit back into your pocket, collecting the data, being able to retarget, branding yourself. Who of you out there wants to grow your business and sell it off? Okay, if you want to do that and you want to sell your retail business to a competitor or to somebody in your space, or maybe somebody in your space you're rubbing elbows with, and they say, hey, I want you out of my space. Do you have a book of business? Yeah, I do. I have name, phone number, email address, sizes, size charts. I know what colors people like. I've got their address. Somebody's going to want to buy you out, especially if you have, 2,000, 5,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million name, phone number, and email addresses, pieces of data from different people. You're going to start rubbing elbows with the right people or with the people that don't want you in their space, and they're going to pay you to get out of there. All right, I've seen it happen. So this is a little tip in a video that I have going from Amazon to Shopify. Like I said, I still do Amazon full time, and we still shove products into Amazon as quickly as possible. But if Amazon comes back and says that, this is excess inventory, or if it doesn't sell within, 12 months, I'm going to recall it back and I'll just sell it on Shopify. And I'll hold it out here inside of our warehouse. Okay, now, could I have held thousands of products inside of somewhere before, the last 2 to 3 years? No, I didn't have that room. That's why I'm saying this is a growing process. So don't think if you're living, in a third-story, two-bedroom apartment like we were back in the day that you're going to be able to just take, a couple thousand units and store them in your apartment complex. That's not going to happen. You need to build up and use channels like Amazon, like eBay, like Poshmark, like Mercari that have already been set forward and set forth before you. And then as you start building up your sales, as you are able to get into a larger building like we have, that's when I would go over and I would start selling on Shopify and holding your own inventory. Okay? I promise you, if you start doing this, if you start thinking about ways to make more sales, to grow your business, to grow your book of business, to grow your data, you're going to become a valuable business that somebody's going to want to take over. Okay, so this is my tip of the day right here from going from Amazon to Shopify. If you have any questions for me about this, let me know. And remember, this is just based on $100,000. If you do $1 million in sales, okay, that multiplies by 10. That multiplies by 10. That's $120,000 to $150,000 on $1 million in sales. Okay, that's a lot. For us last year, we did 600. I think it was 690,000. Let's just say $690,000. Let's just say at 10%. Okay, what are the fees on that? Fees on that at 10%, that's $69,000. Okay, so I mean, and you're actually looking at around what's the math on that? 15%, $690,000. Well, you're looking at like a $80,000, $90,000. Okay, that's a lot of money right there for fees. So, anyways, $690,000. Let's just say at 10% only, $69,000. All right, that's a lot of money that I could pay in fees. That if I figured out a way over the next 3, 4, 5 years to completely get away from Amazon, which not saying I'm going to do that, but if I did get completely away from Amazon and save myself $69,000, $75,000, $80,000 a year on fees, what could that do? That could go to paying another staff member to upload for me. That could go, like I said, for ads right there. Think about if you just spent $5,000 a month in ads, that's 60 grand a year right there at $5,000 a month. Okay, $5,000 a month on ads, we don't spend that right now. Actually, yes, we do. We just started doing that. We spend around $375 a day per day. I know I'm writing sideways right there, but we spend around $375 a day right now in ads. So it's around $100,000 a year. But I've watched my sales on Poshmark and on Shopify selling items one-on-one and selling retail. I've watched them double, triple, and quadruple overnight. Okay, so this is what we're doing right here. These are some of the things that I think about when I start selling on other platforms. And these things that you should start thinking about as well. Because I promise you, if you start thinking about things like this, about diversification, because there's too many of you out there that are only selling on Amazon and you're only technical sellers. And if it doesn't have a high ranking on Amazon, then I'm not going to sell it. Stupid. Stupid. In my opinion, stupid. Okay, because you're making yourself a one-dimensional business. Okay, who cares if the products don't sell quickly on Amazon? Okay, that doesn't mean that somebody doesn't want it. It means you've got to go find the market for it, and you've got to get versatility about yourself, and you've got to be willing to mold to what the economy wants, to what people want. People aren't just shopping on Amazon, folks. They're shopping on Mercari, Poshmark. They're shopping on eBay, Shopify, people's websites, social media. Okay, you're on there right now on social media. Even on YouTube, people are shopping off of YouTube on ads. Okay, on Google. It doesn't matter where you are, but you have to start figuring out how can you get your bottom dollar lower, your fees lower, and use that money to spend somewhere else wisely. And that's exactly what we're doing over here. All right. Hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you later, and we'll do more videos soon. I'm soon going to do a video, 2 different videos. One on doing ads on Facebook. And so we're going to do a video for Facebook ads. And then we're also going to do a video for, I'm going to show you how to send traffic directly to your Shopify store. So I'm going to show you how to do Facebook ads in general. And then we're going to talk about running traffic to Shopify. And I'll show you how we run traffic directly to our Shopify store as well. That way you know how to do this stuff. It's not a surprise to you, and you're not having to figure it out, because that's one thing that I had to do is I had to figure all this out on my own. And so if I can give back to you, I'm going to give back to you. Look, folks, there's too much money to make in this world. Absolutely too much money to make in this world to not be doing stuff like this, to not be thinking like this. Okay, you can go work that 9 to 5 every single day and not get ahead, or you can start thinking a little bit smarter, putting a plan down together and start figuring out how much money do you want to make and exactly how to do it. I wasn't able to just do this overnight. It took time, but that's all you've got. Even if you're 30, 40, 50 years old, that's all you got, right? That's what I've figured. I'm 29 years old now. Like, if I double my time on earth, I'm still going to be less than 60 years old. I'll be 58, 59 years old. Okay, so what have I got to lose? Keep on pushing for what you know works. If it works, double down on it, triple down your strengths. All right? I'll talk to you on another video. Have a great day.